512 cars have entered the tournament, but we're down to just 18. Welcome everyone to the 2019 Full Draft Grand Finals hosted by WorpeX Racing. Special thanks to our sponsors Redline Derby and 3D Bot Maker. Here's a look at our finalists. This is the Jaguar I-Pace ID and Mongoose. Both cars have gone 8-0 in this tournament, not taking a single loss. One of these 16 cars is going to be facing against the loser of those two. We're going to start with the V16 versus the Honda Sprocket FTE. Honda Sprocket FTE is on the bottom lane, kind of like V16 on the top. And the V16 is going to take the first one. The V16 had a nearly 5-year winning streak ended by Mongoose. Oh, and the Honda Sprocket is looking like it wants to get a little piece of the V16 as well, but the V16 comes back. We're down to maybe this one more race. V16's on match point, and V16 will take it. So V16 will move on and face the winner of this match right here. This is Super Comp Dragster up against Turbulence. If you look at this match stats sheet, you see the line in red, that's the car that they lost to, and the lines in green, or box in green I should say, that's the cars that these have beaten. So Turbulence on the bottom, and he'll take the first race. Super Comp Dragster made it real close. There was only a fender win. Oh, but the second race looked easy. Turbulence will face off against the V16 in the next round. So here we got the Diesel Boy facing off against the Triumph TR6 FTE. Triumph lost to Way Too Fast. Diesel Boy losing to the Ferrari F40. Oh, that was close. Diesel Boy just by a nose will take the first race. Oh, the second race will be the Triumph 1-1, tying it up. Match point goes to Triumph. We've got to win 2 in a row. And it'll be the Triumph moving on. Diesel Boy going home. So the Triumph will face off against the winner of these two. Shadow Jet's interesting because it's the only car that lost to a car that is not still in the tournament. That's the Silver Bullet it lost to. You may see it on the sidelines watching. Mongoose is trying to face off against Snake in the finals, but Snake's got to get there first. And Snake's looking good in the first race. That looked easy. Snake will move to the top. And Snake going to win this one easy as well. So Snake moves on. Snake will face off against the Triumph in the second round. What 4-2 FTE up against the Chevy Stalker. That Chevy Stalker was donated by Mattman213 from Redline Derby. And we thank him very much as this car is fast. But it's up against what was considered the fastest FTE on this track before this tournament. Oh, and that Chevy Stalker continues to impress. It wins by just a little bit on the bottom lane. What 4-2 on the bottom. Oh, and it gets blown out. Over a call. What happened there? We lost a bit of our finish line. We'll get that patched up. But let's move on here. HW50 Concept up against the Lancer Evolution FTE. Both cars losing to the Cadillac V16. HW50 on top. Evolution on the bottom. Top lane has been the better lane all day. Oh. Evolution is going to take the win. And now Evolution will take the top lane, the faster lane, and will prove that it is the faster lane. About a 3/4 car length win there, and that's enough to give it the opportunity to face the Chevy Stalker in the next round. Speed Bump FTE up against the Ferrari Italia FTE. Bit of an FTE battle. The Italia lost to the Shadow Jet, the Shadow Jet lost to the Silver Bullet, and the Silver Bullet lost to the Italia, so a bit of a love triangle there. Italia is going to win the first race here against the Speed Bump. Speed Bump on the bottom and is going to get crushed. That was a big loss, maybe the biggest loss we've seen so far this round. Italia moves on and is going to face off against either Way Too Fast or that Ferrari F40 Gold Medal Speed. Both cars are classics in the Hot Wheels lineup and getting matched up early. And the Way Too Fast, just barely. And the Way Too Fast is going to pull it out. Still to come, the Winners Bracket Grand Final, the Jaguar versus the Mongoose. Still got 8 cars left in the losers bracket, though. We got to get through them first. We didn't see the match stats of the Cadillac V16, and there you go, just to look at them. It lost to Mongoose. Like I said, broke that 5-year winning streak, and it wins the first race against Turbulence. Turbulence to the bottom, and it will not be able to hold up. That was a big loss. Cadillac V16 will move on to face the winner of Triumph versus Snake. Snake's got that dream alive of trying to face off against Mongoose in the finals. Gotta get through Triumph first, and it's not looking good. Triumph winning on the top lane. The bottom lane, Triumph will not win. That was close. Top lane still looks like the better lane, so Triumph will go on to the top lane. And looks like he's got... No, he doesn't! Wow. Doesn't win. That was close. Chevy Stalker to face off against the Evolution FTE. Chevy Stalker joining the tournament from the expansion draft along with 2 other cars that are still in the finals. Easy win against the Evolution. His other 2 cars were the Jaguar I-Pace and the Honda Sponsor FTE. So Chevy Stalker will move on, trying to get a expansion draft grand final between it and the I-Pace. It wants to get revenge on the I-Pace, which is the only car the Stalker has lost to. Italia FTE to face off against Way Too Fast. The Italia FTE is the defending full draft champion. It won the 2011 full draft, which was the last full draft held. It does not win the first race against Way Too Fast. Ooh, and it doesn't win the second either. Italia had a good jump on the start there, but just wasn't able to hold it. Way Too Fast moves on. Still to come, Winners Bracket Grand Final. But first, we've got the V16, and it's got to face off against Snake, Chevy Stalker, and Way Too Fast. Will be the other match in the semifinal. After that, we'll have the Losers Bracket Final, then the Winners Bracket Final, then the semifinal, and the Grand Final. Top lane is Snake, and oh, that was close. But the V16 edges him out. V16's got the advantage and will win and move on to the Losers Bracket Final. But who will it face? Chevy Stalker or the Way Too Fast? Both look like they have good wheels. Oh, tricked the cameraman. Chevy Stalker on the top lane. Oh, that was an easy win. Almost looked like it might have been a false start. But judges don't call it. Way Too Fast goes to the top and looks better that race, but not good enough. Chevy Stalker will take the win to face off against the V16 in our Losers Bracket Grand Final. Well, not the Grand Final, but the Losers Bracket Final. Bottom lane is the Chevy Stalker. V16 up top. Good jump off the line for the Chevy Stalker, but it doesn't win it. Nice catch up and win there for the V16. It now moves to the bottom, the tougher lane to win on, and it won't do it. 1-1. So Chevy Stalker now has advantage. Match point for it. If it wins here, it's over, and it does. Close race. Good match between those two. So the Chevy Stalker will move on to face the loser of this match. Neither of these 2 cars have lost. The Jaguar I-Pace and Mongoose. They have beaten some seriously good cars. But that I-Pace has just looked unbeatable. And it continues to look unbeatable. Beating Mongoose by almost a full car length there. So Mongoose goes back to the better lane, and it looks good here, but not good enough. The Jaguar will move to the Grand Final. So the Chevy Stalker will face Mongoose. Chevy Stalker wants revenge on that Jaguar. See if he can get it here. Mongoose looked good. Oh, I thought Mongoose had that. The Chevy Stalker took the win. Stalker up to the top. Top lane's been better all day. And the Chevy Stalker looks so good on the top lane. So, a Chevy Stalker trying to make their last match look like a fluke. The Jaguar against the Chevy in our grand final. Jaguar's never lost, so if the Chevy Stalker wins, it's got to do it again. Bottom lane's the Chevy, and wow, that was really close, but lane 1 lights up for the Jaguar. Jaguar to the bottom, it's got match point. And it's gonna win it. That's it. The full draft is over. The Jaguar I-Pace E-Trophy ID, that's a really long name, has taken the win. Wow, what a great tournament, and that car just looks so good. I don't think it dropped a single race in this tournament. Final results, Jaguar I-Pace first, Chevy Stalker second, Mongoose third, V16 in fourth, and then we got a tie for fifth between Way Too Fast and Snake. Thank you everyone for watching the 2019 Full Draft Grand Finals. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Have a good night.